What kind of a president calls fallen servicemen losers and suckers? What kind of a president insults gold and blue star families? What kind of a president disparages the honor of those who were given all for their country? What kind of president is that? Because in my eyes, it just shows me that he is lacking of compassion, has no honor, and really does not care about the country he claims to serve. If anything, the orange blunder has proved is that he cares not for American citizens, servicemen, or the country. He pretty much got elected and has been running a con job on the country ever since. This man has no morals, nothing honorable. Who would make such a statement about servicemen and women who have given their lives for the country? Losers and suckers? When you wasn't even man enough to serve in Vietnam? Captain Bone Spurs? Letting your daddy's money buy you out of something you should have been proud to do? And on top of that, think of everything else that he is currently doing. Putting together secret forces to go into cities like Portland and attack protesters under the guise of they're looting and out of control. When more and more is coming out about the fact that these are basically white supremacists disguised as protesters, looting and burning and raising hell. And if you look in certain spots, you will see that these militias and supremacists with guns, they come out of nowhere. And all of a sudden they're there because he has fanned the fires and told them that the police are overwhelmed and they need your help. Bill Barr proved that he is in the camp of the white supremacist with that bullshit statement he made that the police would never shoot unarmed African Americans. No, and this phenomena that they think that they're being mistreated and that the police have something against them. No, that's not happening here in the U.S. You fat, bloated, lying bastard. Police abuse among minorities have been happening in this country since we came here. And it wasn't like we came here willingly. And in the early 60s, the police really did a number on Black America and Brown America. Every chance they could. The KKK had a free hand. Why? The KKK was the majority of police forces around the nation, not only in the Deep South, but in places like Texas and California and Colorado too. We have a so-called president who has proven for 3.5 years he cares not about this country and the people in it. What has he done? Think about it. Only thing he passed was a tax cut for the rich. Everything else, as I've said before, has been an executive order. He's passed nothing. How you got control of the House and the Senate and can't pass a bill? How does that work? You know, I am in contact every once in a while with some of his followers. How can you be so stupid? How can you follow a man that is lining his pockets and care less about you? Oh, he wanted your vote and has given you nothing in return. But y'all too dumb to see it. Because in him, you see someone who will say the things that you're afraid to say. You see someone that'll, because he is the president, will stand up and say some of the most god-awful things about minorities, women, children, the handicapped. And y'all sit back and grin ear to ear. Go to these rallies stupidly, unmasked up under each other. And then COVID starts to pick you off. But of course, you don't believe that's the problem. No. Because your president has told you it's not a problem. He held a press conference today in Kenosha. His statement, take off your mask if you want to. Be comfortable. You don't have to worry about it. In fact, he has abandoned trying to do anything about COVID. He is running scared. He has ditched Dr. Fauci, and in his place, he now has some snake oil salesman who is out there using false information and fake reports to try to make the administration look good on COVID when they're not doing a damn thing. And that cure that he said that they would have in a couple of weeks, you can 86 that. That is not going to happen. Some of you truly need to come to your senses because you're following someone who only cares about him and his. Only reason he took the job as the president was to try to find a way to line his pockets and recoup some of them debts he got in that failed airlines, in those failed casinos, in them failed steaks and vodka, that fake university. You got to pull it together, people. November 3rd will soon be upon us. And I'm going to tell you straight up, you need to vote this clown out. He has got to go. This man is a detriment to the country. He cares not for it. And he definitely don't care about your people. Keep that in mind. Like I always say, sooner or later, cream rises to the top, and he's definitely not cream. He also got on television, said there's no such thing as police brutality. Our police are doing a great job. Everything they do, he's cool with it. So, yes, there are some police out there who have been emboldened, who feel like, I can do whatever and get away with it. I got a president covering my back. I can guarantee you that led to some deaths and some shootings. And the ones that we talk about, think about the ones that we don't talk about. The ones in different communities who get shot and then it's glossed over. And it's just not happening in major cities. It's happening in small towns and villages all across the U.S. People like to sit back and say, oh, well, the Democrats caused this. They hold black people down. The truth of the matter is, it's the tale of two evils. You just decide which one you're going to roll with, and hopefully things will be all right. But at this stage of the game, I'd vote for Daffy Duck over Donald Trump. And that's the truth. Plain and simple. Well, people, everybody watch out for each other. Everybody reach one, teach one. And as I always say, teach yourself to use a weapon. Go to the range, train with that weapon, get it registered legally. Form a cop watch. Form a neighborhood watch. Protect yourselves. I'll holler.